He did what on stage? Filipino artist raps, sings and plays tabla live, judges can't believe it. The theater lights dimmed, and the murmur of the crowd fell into an expectant hush. On the massive stage of Global Talent Star 2025, where artists from all over the world came to chase their dreams, a young Filipino man stood barefoot beside a strange-looking drum. His clothes were simple, an old denim jacket and worn sneakers, but his eyes carried something magnetic, a mix of humility and quiet fire. His name was Rafael Cruz, and tonight, he wasn't just here to perform. He was here to prove that music, real music, could still come from the heart, not from fame or fortune. When the host introduced him, a faint laugh rippled through the audience. "He's going to play the tabla," the host said, half teasing, "and rap?" Even the judges exchanged puzzled looks. "Tabla? Like Indian drum?" one asked. Raphael just smiled shyly. "Yes, sir," he said softly, "but I'll also sing. And I'll try to make you feel something." When the spotlight hit him, his trembling hands found the drum. The first tap echoed like a heartbeat, deep, rhythmic, alive. Then came another, faster this time, until the beats danced around the room like sparks. Suddenly, his voice joined in, smooth, melodic, but with the raw energy of street rap. He began to sing in English first, then seamlessly switched to Tagalog, his native tongue. "Even when life's unjust. With rhythm in our soul. Kindness is our goal." The crowd froze. The contrast of the ancient tabla and modern rap was unlike anything they'd heard. His rhythm carried struggle, yet his words carried light. The first verse told of his childhood in Manila's slums, of waking up to the sound of rain leaking through rusted roofs, of watching his mother work 3 jobs just to buy him school shoes. The second verse spoke of his father, once a street musician, who lost his life during a typhoon while saving neighbors from floodwaters. "In every note, I find relief." By now, even the skeptical judge, Simon Cowell himself, was leaning forward, his jaw tight, his eyes glistening. Raphael's fingers blurred over the tabla, creating a rhythm that sounded like thunder rolling across the ocean. Then, just when the crowd thought they had seen it all, he began to sing a haunting melody, a lullaby his mother used to hum. He closed his eyes, and his voice broke mid-note. "This one's for Mama," he whispered, almost inaudibly. "She passed last year, but she said, if you ever make it to the big stage, sing for those who have no one to clap for them." The audience went silent. The music shifted again, he began rapping not about fame or success, but about hope. For the dreamers cleaning floors. For kids with empty plates. Still painting open doors. The lyrics hit deep. The performance wasn't just music, it was testimony. Every word painted a picture of resilience, every beat spoke of love stronger than poverty, every breath felt like prayer. When he finished, he bowed low, his palms pressed together in respect. No one moved. Then, slowly, one of the judges stood up, tears shining. Another followed. And then the audience erupted into a standing ovation so loud it shook the stage. Simon pressed the golden buzzer without hesitation. Gold confetti poured down, and Raphael stood frozen, eyes wide, tears streaming down his face. But what happened next was what truly stunned everyone. Instead of celebrating, Raphael ran to the front of the stage, grabbed the mic, and said through sobs, "Please, can I dedicate this golden buzzer to someone else?" The host blinked. "What do you mean?" He pointed to the corner of the audience where a young boy sat in a wheelchair, clutching a homemade cardboard sign that read, "One day, I'll play tabla like you, Kuya Raphael." "That's Miguel," Raphael said, his voice breaking. "He's from my old neighborhood. His legs don't work since birth, but his heart makes music. If this show can give him a chance, then that's my real prize." The theater went silent again, only this time, with emotion too heavy to describe. The judge's eyes glistened. Simon stood and said quietly, "Son, you've just reminded the world what talent truly means. it's not skill, it's soul. Backstage later, as cameras followed him, Raphael found Miguel and placed the golden confetti in his small hands. Next year, Raphael whispered, "You'll be the one on that stage." The boy looked up, smiling through tears. "Promise?" "Promise," Raphael said, hugging him tightly. That clip went viral overnight. Millions around the world shared it, not because of his voice or the tabla, but because of his kindness. People from all walks of life commented, "This is what the world needs, more hearts like his." Months later, Raphael started a foundation in Manila called the Beat of Hope, teaching underprivileged children music for free. When asked what inspired him, he simply smiled and said, "Music saved me, but compassion gave it meaning." And that night, somewhere across oceans and screens, the world was reminded that greatness isn't measured by applause, it's measured by how deeply your art touches others. Because sometimes, one song, one act of kindness, and one brave heart can turn an ordinary stage into a miracle.